Do you ever just feel like you need a reset?
Yes.
Yes.
So, I think most of us know by now that the transition into parenthood isn't quite that easy, as you can probably tell. And I know we often get, you know, quite a few comments like, your house is really messy. Yes, it is. We don't hide the fact that our house is messy because honestly, I'm not afraid to admit that we do genuinely struggle with it. We struggled with it way before we even had a baby. Our house currently is our editing space, our office. We work here, we live here, we cook here. Everything that we do in this house. That's the only downside. And we barely have time to keep on top of things, which is really bad because we need to, especially now having a little baby. And then when he starts to crawl, obviously we can't have things lying about. But obviously now having a baby as well, we've got an extra job, and looking after a baby does take up most of your time. I feel so much mum guilt. For example, now he's sleeping, which is absolutely fine. But if I've got stuff to do, or maybe I need to film a video or this, that, and the other, and he's awake, I feel so guilty for having to do other things. Or even when I go and take my shower, sometimes I feel really guilty for even just going to take my shower. And those of you who watch us, you know we're not perfect. If you want to see a very non-messy house, we're probably not the people you should be watching because our house is messy a lot of the time. I think people get a bit confused between clean and messy. Our house is always clean, but it is very regularly messy, and there's nothing wrong with a bit of mess. A messy house is a house lived in. That's how I've always seen it. But obviously there is a fine line, and sometimes we do get very overwhelmed and things pile on top of us. Connor suffers with ADHD, so he finds it hard to focus on things for long periods of time. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I look at everything and I just get so overwhelmed that I physically can't do anything, and I just end up staring into like the abyss. As long as we get a refresh, we can then start trying to keep on top of things and stop neglecting ourselves. I found one of my tops from when I was breastfeeding and leaking all over the place, and it's literally stained. Look at that. That's one thing I won't miss about my milk drying up, and I'll still wear it.
I just feel so grotty every day. I'm pretty sure I've been wearing this for the last 4 days, which is low-key disgusting. Luckily, I don't smell. I'm not one of those people that just naturally smells, so we get away with it. I mean, after a week of wearing the same top, I might have a different story to tell. But for now, the odor levels are okay. I'm sorry, that's kind of gross. I did, however, manage to tidy my office space yesterday. Well, as tidy as it can possibly be with the amount of stuff I've got. I don't think I've ever shown you this corner. So this is the opposite corner where I do like absolutely nothing, because I used to sing and make some music, which I've never ever released any of it. But the idea was to make myself a music corner to try and inspire me to get back into music. But obviously, pregnancy for 9 months and then Cozy's here, so like, as you can imagine, this kind of still takes a back seat. Whenever I'd had a bad day at like school or work, I'd come home and I'd just sing. So I'd really like to get back into it because I've got not an addictive personality, but more of like a, I guess it is an addictive personality, who am I kidding? Most of you will already know that I edit all of our videos, so that's kind of an addiction of mine that I've had for years. I love video production and editing. I'd never let anyone else edit our videos. A lot of YouTubers do outsource to get an editor, but I just can't bring myself. I've tried because the sheer lack of time pushed me to try and get an editor at some point, but I just can't. It's kind of like my baby, and I just can't get rid of it. And I feel like I know you guys and you know us, so giving it to someone else, I just don't feel like we'd have the same connection. But of course there are other addictions that probably aren't so healthy. I've been a gamer since I was like, I can't even remember. If I could just turn on for a couple of hours a night and get off, then that would be great. So if anyone's got any tips of how not to get addicted to video games, please help me. Anyway, I really need a shower, so that's probably where I'm gonna start before we get everything else in order. I like to prioritize daily showers because I just feel like it sets you for a good day. So obviously I knew being a parent wasn't going to be easy, and we were going to have way less time, which is just that's just how it is. But it's more about the way I feel. I'm in a jumper that I've just pulled out of the wash, which I've wore 17 times before. I'm in the same shorts that I had on before the shower. I'm pretty sure I also slept in these last night. And after finally finding some white socks that were relatively clean and not stained, I dropped pasta sauce on them whilst doing the dishes. And to you guys, it might just sound like we're complaining, but I promise you we're not. Being a dad is literally the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced, and probably ever will experience. It's just like trying to work out who I am now, because I'm not the same person I was before, but I'm definitely not where I want to be either. I don't want to just wake up in the morning and throw on whatever clothes are in front of me. You know, I want to feel good about myself again. I mean, I'm probably due a new hairstyle. Jesus. But there's only one person that can change that, and that is me. Which is why we're doing the Great Reset.
Well, here's the shambles looking side of my room. We'll sort that another day, you know. Here's my gym drawer that I can't even open. I don't even know what fits anymore. What are they? I should definitely go through this and fold it at some point. So I am dressed. This is another room that needs to be tackled. Oh my god, a piece of ice just fell out of the freezer. I am quickly grabbing myself a drink because that's one thing I forget to do. I barely drink my water anymore. Like halfway through the day, I haven't eaten properly and I haven't drank any water, and I'm like, oh my god, I've got a headache. What's wrong with me? And Connor goes, have you drank any water? And I go, no, I haven't drank any water because I forgot. Now, working out has always been a massive part of my life ever since I was a teenager. You know, at some point it was probably a bad thing how much I worked out, and then I kind of found like a nice balance with food, and because I used to spend so many hours in the gym. I want to say probably 4 hours a day, but I'd go in like 2 sessions, so I'd go in the morning and I'd go in the evening. But the difference in the type of person I am from working out is something that I can't lose. I always say it, and exercise is literally the cheapest happy pill you will ever get. I was doing it for the wrong reasons, basically. I wanted to look a certain way. I was brainwashed into thinking I needed to look a certain way, but now I just want to be, you know, healthy, fit mum. And I also want to have a good impression on Cozy. I want him to see that, you know, we're healthy, we're looking after our bodies. But obviously, the more I work out, the more energy I'll have. I'll be able to get more done. Maybe, I don't know, I'll stop procrastinating and staring at walls. Ah! Chicken noodle soup! Another reason I want to become more healthy or get back onto that healthy lifestyle, I am bruising very, very easily. Or I'm getting bruises and I don't know where they're coming from. Could be a concern, might not be a concern. Could be low iron, obviously I lost a lot of blood during birth. Could be because my platelets were low and they're still low. Maybe I'm anemic. I actually saw on my doctor's notes that it says that I should be tested for anemia after finishing my iron course. I wouldn't say I'm like overly tired or have any of the other symptoms, but I'm definitely bruising quite easily. So I'm trying to get more vitamin C, vitamin K, and more iron into my diet. Thing is, I don't know if I can go back into heavy lifting or how slowly I have to transition myself back into it. I want to go back to doing my weird exercises. They were fun. So sexy and confident with my baby bump. It was like, yeah. And even when I worked out, I was so fascinated because I've got a mirror right in front of me. And I was so fascinated just watching myself. Look at what my body's doing, look at that. It was fascinating. And now for my favorite part of reset day, mummy's shower. Yes, I do shower more than once a year, surprisingly. My aim for this video, by the end, is our house will be spotless and you will not recognise me because I will look like a completely different person. You'll be like, is that Beyonce? And I'll be like, no, it's me. It's me, Jessica, I'm in here. I kind of get what people say now, that hair becomes so much less manageable when you become a mum. Because this is me a lot of the time now. Nothing beats fresh pyjamas to make you feel like you've got your life together.
So a part of this reset is we're going to start eating healthier, hopefully, and cooking way more, because recently, all we've been doing is, I mean, I'm worse than you.
Oh yeah.
But all we've been doing is ordering stuff on Deliveroo.
But I'm worse in the sense that I am skipping meals.
Yeah, you're not eating. We're not utilising our time effectively. Sometimes Cozy decides what's going on in the day because he might not settle. That's just how it works being a parent. So I'll just order a Subway or whatever. We've ordered McDonald's the past week, probably too much. Even if it's just a McFlurry, it's naughty. Basically, we're paying for a fitness coach, so he's going to give us healthy meal plan and exercise regimes.
And we've done it before.
But as it's like one of the last nights before we start this regime, and obviously I've just started eating meat, Liana's always had a Five Guys, and I've had the chips before, which are amazing, but I really want to try a burger because I've never tried a Five Guys burger.
Welcome to our healthy reset. We're having a burger.
Okay, trying my first ever Five Guys burger. It's a proper burger, right? It's not like no Mackies. That looks so good.
Good.
It's so good.
It's so naughty. Wait until you find out how many calories are in one of them.
Don't tell me. One of the best burgers I've ever had.
Good morning. I have snuck out of bed. I was going to say it's the next day. It's obviously the next day if it's the morning. Basically, baby was a bit restless last night, so we didn't get to finish everything. So we're carrying on today. Technically, it hasn't been 24 hours because we didn't actually start our reset day until halfway through the day yesterday. It's freezing in the kitchen, by the way, which is why I'm putting this on. I snuck out of bed early this morning. Obviously, I wanted to make myself look half presentable, but we gave baby a bath last night, so I've got dermatitis flare up, so couldn't put much makeup on. So I've decided to utilise the rest of the time tackling this room. So we've got this room and my beauty room left. We cleaned the living room last night, we cleaned the gym, I worked out, I had a shower, dried my hair, curled my hair, did my makeup. I'm gonna start tackling this and I'm gonna make baby's bottle ready because he usually wakes up at about 9:30. So I actually don't know what time it is. We don't have a clock in here. Excuse the fact that you're not gonna get Beyonce. You know, the dermatitis can't be helped. We don't want a repeat of this. So, I've nearly tackled the whole kitchen, but we have just been out because we said we wanted to get some fresh air, and to clean my beauty room I needed some storage.
Whoa! What's going on in here? This is normally my job.
Yes, because you'd rather clean than do the morning feed.
That is so true, very true. But only because I do the night feed.
Only the night feed.
You know what? You've actually done a cracking job of this. Everything is spotty-less.
We're getting there.
We are getting there. The house is feeling better already, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the storage unit that Liana's bought.
It was the only thing there and I thought, you know what, I can make it.
You can make anything work if you put your heart into it.
Right, I want to make my makeup room look cute and I need storage. I love it in here. Connor hates when I come into places like this because I just take ages.
This is it, this is what you need. A storage caddy. Huh?
Not quite what I was looking for, babe.
What do you mean? Mascara? Lip gloss? Other girl stuff that they put on their face?
It's such a good job that I've got such a strong man.
Jim? Who needs Jim? When you can just have a girlfriend.
You're not gonna show them?
What? Oh. Guys, there's a new addition to the Christmas room and I have to show you. I can't believe I almost forgot about this. Look! I got a canvas from Hogsmeade. How does that make you feel?
Expelliarmus. This whole Christmas room looks worse on camera. It looks so good in real life.
It does, doesn't it? It looks so good in real life.
I don't know about you, babe, but I feel refreshed. Not refreshed, that's not the word I'm looking for. What's the word I'm looking for? Restarted.
We have a tidy room. As tidy as it can be. Like, there's things that we need out. You saw the kitchen earlier. Liana's done it.
Are you hungry?
This little man is hungry every 5 seconds. But I do feel a little bit refreshed. And when we're on this diet and we're back in the gym, I feel like we're going to feel even better.
Yeah.
You guys genuinely help us with your kind comments, though. You don't even understand how much it helps. We read through them every single video just from you guys saying, like, this is normal, guys. Don't worry. Every parent goes through this. It does help a lot because it makes us feel like we're not alone. But anyway, thank you for joining us on today's little, I don't know what it was.
Reboot.
Right, well, thank you for joining us on our reboot.
Rejuvenate. So next video, we're going pumpkin picking. We actually did try and go pumpkin picking, but Connor got sick, so we're going back again.
So we'll see you on Monday for a brand new video.
We love you millions.
Bye.
Bye.